Hello everybody, my name is Nyrock, and in this video, I wanted to share the team I plan on using in Pokemon Brilliant Diamond. Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl are about a week away now. I couldn't be more excited. Platinum is one of my favorite Pokemon games, and I've replayed it about 5 times now, each with different teams. I've decided to plan out the team I'll be using for my playthrough, and give my reasoning on why I think this is the optimal team to use. Before we start, there's a few things I want to go over. I have a couple of rules when playing through different Pokemon games on team composition. First, I try to only have at most one type overlap, so only a maximum of 2 Pokemon can have the ground type, for example, as their primary or secondary type. Additionally, I try not to use any Pokemon I've used on a team in previous playthroughs, excluding starters if I've used at least 2 of them. And lastly, legendaries and mythicals are not allowed. I apply these 3 rules to myself to allow for more variety in playthroughs and to make a more immersive experience. I feel I remember the playthroughs more when I only use each Pokemon once. Here are some notable Pokemon I've locked myself out of using that I've used in previous runs, in case you're wondering why I might have not used them instead of other Pokemon I've chosen on my teams. With that out of the way, let's get into the video. First, let's pick our starter. Torterra, Infernape, and Empoleon are all really great Pokemon, so this was a really hard decision. I've used them all in playthroughs before, but for those of you who know me, you'll know that Turtwig is one of my all-time favorite Pokemon, mostly because of Explorers of Sky. However, I recently did a Platinum playthrough using a Shiny Torterra, so I decided to try something different. Therefore, the starter I'll be choosing this time around will be Empoleon. Empoleon has a very unique typing of Water and Steel that gives it immunity to the Poison Sass effect, and he has a really diverse move pool. Empoleon can learn Stab, Water and Steel moves such as Hydro Pump or Metal Claw, and some Flying and Ice type moves for coverage such as Drill Peck or Ice Beam. Empoleon is the only one of the starters who has gained a significant advantage that they did not have back in Generation 4. The addition of the Fairy type means that Empoleon is going to be the most drastically different from the original games, making a fresher and more enjoyable experience. Empoleon's Poison immunity means that they'll have a strong advantage over many Team Galactic Pokemon and will be strong against Rourke, Candace, Flint, and Bertha. The next Pokemon on our team is a cute Pokemon I've never used before, and that's going to be Crobat. I'm rather fond of Crobat's design and typing, as poison types have always had a special place in my heart. Crobat will also be another counter to fairy types like Empoleon. I will likely acquire Zubat before the first gym, where it'll give me strength against Gardenia, Maylene, and Aaron. Crobat can also learn Tailwind, which will be able to help her slower team members in double battles. I will admit that the main factor for these Pokemon was imagining how they would follow the protagonist in the 3D graphics. I am heavily biased by cuteness factor, if I'm being honest. One of the new locales introduced in Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl is the Grand Underground, a revamped underground with Pokemon hideaways where you can catch Pokemon not native to Sinnoh. These new additions are actually what prompted me to make this video, as I've never had an opportunity to organically acquire this many fire types. In celebration of the many fire types becoming available, our third Pokemon is going to be none other than Camerupt. Camerupt has a rather unique typing of fire and ground that makes them 4 times weak to water, but have an immunity to electric type attacks. Camerupt has a strong move pool of stab, fire, and ground type attacks, with access to moves like Rock Tomb and Yawn. Going off the teaser of the Grand Underground, Numble is going to be available sometime around Hearthome or Veilstone City, although it might be possible to acquire them all the way in Eternal City. Either way, Camerupt is going to be a strong but slow bruiser who will be strong against Team Galactic's poison types, Gardenia, Maylene, Byron, Candace, Voltor, and Aram. This Pokemon has such a unique design and typing, and I'm excited to cover its weaknesses in double battles with Crobat. The next Pokemon on our team is another new addition to the Sinnoh region this time around, and that's Breloom. Breloom has a very unique typing of grass and fighting that gives it a 4 times the weakness to the flying type, but has a strong attack stat and move pool. He's a bit of a glass cannon. Breloom also has a unique ability only shared with Gliscor, Poison Heal, which gives it immunity to the Poison Sass effect, and he has 1/8 HP every turn if poisoned. Breloom also has a great learn set moves like Drain Punch for health gain and Mach Punch for priority. Breloom can also learn Spore if kept as a Shroomish until level 40, which may be hard to do. It is unknown at what point we will acquire Breloom, as the only evidence is that they will appear in the underground at some point. This means that they'll likely be able to be acquired sometime after the second gym. Breloom's strong typing means it will be able to be strong against Crasher Wake, Byron. Could go either way with Candace. Overall, Breloom will be able to cover a lot of types you normally would struggle with, and helps run out the team so we don't have to rely on only one Pokemon. The penultimate Pokemon on my team is going to be none other than Luxray. Now I admit that I have used Shinx and Luxray on playthroughs before, but I've never actually kept one long enough to have a Luxray on my team. Luxray is a strong electric type that can be found as early as the second route in the game, meaning they'll be available almost as early as our starter. Luxray can learn strong dark type attacks like Crunch via level up. It can learn strong fairy and psychic type attacks via TMs, though it's unknown if they'll be available in Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. Even without those moves, Luxray will be strong against Fantina, Crasher Wake, Aaron, Bertha, and Lucian. I did consider having Pachirisu on the team, but I felt that Pachirisu did not have the same expensive move pool that Luxray offered. The final Pokemon on our team is a bit of an odd one. I actually chose 2 Pokemon that could fit this role, and I'll explain why in a second. So the final Pokemon on our team is going to be none other than Sylveon, the Fairy-type evolution of Eevee. Sylveon is one of the strongest Fairy-type Pokemon, a Pokemon that has never set foot in Sinnoh before, with great moves such as Moonblast, Shadow Ball, Magical Leaf, and the ability of Pixelate to get stabbed Fairy-type Hyper Beam. Sylveon is a force to be reckoned with, and should have a place on most BDSP teams. Sylveon will be strong against Maylene, many of Team Galactic's Dark types, and of course, Cynthia's Garchomp and many other dragons. A strong dragon killer is needed for a Sinnoh run. Sylveon is a great pick that hasn't been an option before. And she might not be an option. It hasn't actually been confirmed or not whether Sylveon is in the game, and so I figured I should provide an alternate option to use on the team in case Sylveon doesn't make it into the game. So our alternative 6th member is going to be none other than Garchomp. Now for those of you who know me, this likely isn't much of a surprise. Garchomp was one of the first Pokemon I played through Sinnoh with, as a special place in my heart. Also, I feel like I'm associated with the Gible line to the point that it'd be weird if I didn't have one on my team. I'm sure many of you were expecting it. Garchomp has a great typing of Dragon and Ground, and will also learn strong dark type attacks, just like Luxray. Garchomp will fare well against Byron, Volkner, Lucian, and most importantly, Cynthia's Garchomp. This Pokemon does break one of my rules, however, I'm okay with it, and I'd still prefer to use Sylveon if they're an option, but if she's not, I'll just use Garchomp. And that's the team! Empoleon, Crobat, Camerupt, Breloom, Luxray, and Sylveon/Garchomp. What do you think of the team? Personally, I feel like there's a bit of an ice or ground weakness, but I'm hoping Camerupt and Crobat can deal with those respectively. If you have any suggestions for the team, please let me know down in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you're planning on using when the game comes out next week, so tell me in the comments below. I'll be reading every comment, so please don't be shy. If you like this video, please consider subscribing, and if it does well, I might do an alternative video with Torterra. I just want to thank you all for watching and for being here. I'll see you all in the next video. This is Nyrock, signing off.